Okay, so it is now 7, and I left for the food bank at 3:30. So it took me. Hi, Luna. Oh, Luna. Oh, my Luna. Come here. Come say hi. Want to say hi? Everybody knows you're so cute. Everybody knows that. Everybody knows you're so cute. You are. All right, what did I get? Bread. Stonehill sourdough. 4 sourdough bread. Hamburger buns. Lay's chips. Milk. Clover chips. Barbecue corn snacks. Super moist. Lemon cake, Betty Crocker. And Bubblegum Kids candy cane. Gum. And this. Ooh, I got a whole container. Soft soap. Juicy peach. That's going to last me months. Unfortunately, I did just buy some 2 months ago, and I didn't know they had that option on there. All this time, I could have been getting free soap. Shimmering Bubble Sugar-Free Chewing Gum. Wicked. So cool. Okay. And Periogard, Colgate, toothpaste. Regular ground beef, 500 grams. Great value. Mini chocolate eggs that were on sale for $9. Dentine ice gum. And Bold coffee pods, 12 for the coffee pod thing. And then Paw Patrol, gluten-free, special edition pockets of, I guess they're like, I don't know, like little gummies or something. And we got 2 boxes of El Paso taco kits, plain and flat, no, stand and stuff dinner kit, Beyond Bowls, plant-based fajita, yogurt, vanilla, Astro. I got bunny pasta, 2 Annie's bunny pasta yummy cheese shells, and 1 macaroni and cheese dinner. We got a container of cherry tomatoes and canola oil and Boursin cheese, like cream cheese. Right on. And then, can of Campbell's Carnation evaporated milk, which is good. And oat and honey bar. pure protein chocolate bar, and a 1 glazed and amused. Glazed and amused. All right. I don't know, a 1 bar. A glazed and amused maple glazed donut flavor protein bar. So that's all 1 bag. And then well, now I have a backpack full of okay. Eggs, cherries, guys, big fat pumpkin. Oh my god. And then I have oranges and potato and a whole bag of potatoes and another potato and 5 onions. So that I would consider a good haul. That is something that a human being can eat and survive for a month, or in my case 3 weeks. I'm gonna have to eat a lot of potatoes this week. I never do. And yeah, not too bad. I need to go put the food away. I have been trying to get in touch with my ex for 3 days because he's been bumming around Wi-Fi hotspots. And I told him I could deliver a food delivery to his house because I know he needs like $50 worth of food, like what I just got here. He needs that for a month. And he says he's been eating peanut butter and bread. He can't afford to hook up the internet. So he's been wandering around to like Tim Hortons and stuff like that. And last he messaged me, he's like, I'm sitting on the curb in front of Freshco, probably trying to bum for food and money and all that. And yeah, like I can't really arrange a delivery if I don't know when and where he is or when he's going to be home, which is like the least he can do. I've asked him, just let me know when you'll be home and I will have food delivered to you. If you could arrange a time, I could do that. But it sounds like he's trying to get the universe to help him out by sitting in front of Freshco and being a town fixture. And yeah, and like I messaged him that, and then I checked on his account, right? And he was scrolling on his Facebook yesterday and reposting all these chicks and stuff. So, you know, I want to judge and be like, wow, so your sense of organization and prioritization and priorities is all fucked right now, because it is, right? So, and then I messaged him being like, you know, I can't really take over when your mom stops supporting you and be your handout queen. You know, like for the rest of our life here, you're going to call me and message me and be like, I'm sitting on a street corner bumming for food because I have nothing. The sucky thing is that like Ottawa doesn't really have a good food system. Like their food bank system is shitty. It's too far. Regionally, like he doesn't have anything in walking distance. There's no soup kitchen for him in walking distance. he kind of needs to learn where to go to do that. But before, he had people helping him, like, pick him up and take him there. And now there just isn't the same quality of food banks. So that's why I know I'm surviving, because I'm in Calgary. If I were on the island right now, there would be a lot of vegetables and food. And the food bank, I'd go and pick up bags of food and go home. But here, it's pretty decent. Like, the Calgary food bank situation is really good. They have a drop-in center, which is really good. You can catch a train from anywhere in the city and go downtown to the drop-in center and pick up. You get your meals, walk in, have your food. He could be doing that, but unfortunately in Ottawa, he's in a part that's like an hour outside of the downtown area. So where he's supposed to go to get free meals, I don't know. Even if he asks the other people that are pandering on the sidewalks where to go, I don't think there's an answer. I think when I lived out here with him, I was actually kind of floored by that. I know that there is a food bank, but yeah, like, I don't know what he's doing right now. I would deliver food to him. I'd send him money if I knew that he wasn't going to buy smokes with it, but I don't think he will buy food. I think that dopamine network in that brain is a bit too fixated on getting instant major high rewards rather than getting the basic needs met. So now, I'm trying to decide whether or not I'm going to buy groceries for the ex and start doing exactly what I predicted was going to be a thing. Like, can't be in a relationship with you, but one day when your mother's not covering your ass anymore, who's going to end up being that person for you? I guess that will be me, while you run around in the streets and act like an asshole and pretend you're a pimp and try to deal drugs and bum for smokes and food on the sidewalk and be the town fixture, which would have been just fine in BC. Would have been fine. That's the life that would have worked in the town where that heist would have worked. He doesn't even understand. He could have lived out the rest of his life being the town fixture, because that's what the town is for. But Ottawa isn't going to take care of him, so he's going to have to find his own way out of that. And I can send him a grocery bill here and there, What's that going to do to fix the overall problem? Meanwhile, I took my ass out the door and got on a bus and carried bags across town and picked up food at the food bank on the other side of town. And it took 3.5 hours. No, 7 now. I left at 3:30, so 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 3.5 hour trip. And then I go home and I take stock of what food I have and what I'm going to need to freeze so that I can process it now, put it in the fridge and clean out the fridge now, and set aside food in containers like rice and curry. I'm not enjoying being a bitch about this right now. What else am I supposed to say? Right before I go out to the food bank for my appointment that I made to get my food that I set up, he messages me being like, I'm sitting on the curb in front of Freshco. I'm sorry I wasn't home and I was like, well, book a date and time, buddy. How bad do you need the food? I went out and hauled it back. Moron. Too bad you don't live in a city that's equipped for you and that you're still relying on your mom. It's not working out, is it? Maybe move downtown. Maybe get on a list and move. Low income residents where they have food downstairs. God. I'm going to go put my food away and process it and put it in the freezer. I will put the bread in the freezer. I'll put the snacks in the cupboards. I will have to eat cherries the next few days. Figure out a way that I can... I'm not going to be able to freeze that. Oh, they're coming off. They're a little brown, so I'll have to rinse those off. Milk, Potatoes. I have so many damn potatoes. I'm going to have to get in the habit of eating potatoes all the time. After a while, it gets really annoying to eat potatoes, but at least I have potatoes and milk because that's the survival diet. If you're ever starving, you can eat potatoes and milk and get by. And it helps to eat oranges too. You'll get more vitamin C, but there's a lot of vitamin C in potatoes as it is. And the milk and the protein and all that stuff that combines. Alternatively, if you need the backpacker diet, you can have apples and peanut butter. So if you're like are starving, but you can put apples and peanut butter anywhere. You don't need a fridge for that. You can put potatoes anywhere. You don't need a fridge for that, but you need to be able to cook them. So if you're going to cook potatoes and you have the way to cook potatoes, you're fine. But don't live off of that alone. You need protein and fats in your system or you're just going to get sick. So make sure you have milk too. Protein, peanut butter is okay, but it's high in sugar. So try to get some pure protein. You want your potatoes, oranges, milk, eggs if you can. Will save your ass. Potatoes, milk, peanut butter, apples, potatoes, carrots, eggs, rice if you have it. Make sure you're drinking water and make sure you're not eating out of dirty dishes. Try to do your dishes. You have a lot of time to sit on a Fresco sidewalk. You can go home and do your fucking dishes. Maybe ask if you can bum someone for some dish soap. Then you'll know when you go home, you'll feel better. Anyway, this fucker ever gets back to me, maybe I'll send him those basics that one can survive off of for a month if they have to. You know, like that guy that survived off of potatoes and shit on Mars in The Martian. Potatoes will save you. You can live off of a lot of potatoes. What I do is I every week, usually on a Sunday, I'll bake a bunch of like potatoes and carrots, and if I have them, zucchinis in a long flat casserole dish, and then I will cook some sort of meat as well, like a roast or like a chicken or like sausages. The last few days I did ground beef because I have all the stuff for tacos right now. Like I have yogurt instead of cream cheese, sour cream, tomatoes, lettuce, ground beef. Stirred that up in a pot, put it on the side. I had a bunch of onions and zucchinis, so I made like a veggie mix on the side too. And I'll have hot sauce. So yeah, maybe we'll send him some hot sauce too. And maybe I'll have to figure out how to be a hooker or a sex worker or a cam worker so that I can make money, so that I can send groceries to my schizophrenic ex-boyfriend so that he doesn't sit on a curb and die, which he's not. He's just trying to bum for dirty smokes so he can smoke dirty fucking butts. And yeah, don't forget to send hot sauce, potatoes, milk, eggs, carrots, and apples, and we also need to send him more peanut butter, I guess. And then he gets what, one protein? We'll take a look and see what there is. One protein. Does he have enough vegetables? He has carrots, apples, potatoes. Right. And hot sauce. That is the good luck surviving for the next month, buddy, kit. But anyway, I gotta go put the milk in the fridge and process the food that I just picked up from across town and cook and clean out the fridge and do all the things that adults who care about their environment do if they want to like build efficiency on top of efficiency. You build one routine, you build another routine on top of that. Time, continuity, sticking to your shit, not being impulsive. having the same environment for a long period of time and getting really familiar with it when you cook it and clean it and take care of it all by yourself all the time instead of having other people do it for you. And you take full ownership for your full environment. You get really good at self-resilience. So even if I'm not out buying all my groceries and I'm buying half my groceries and then supplementing the rest of them with the food bank situation that Calgary offers, then yeah, over time, the more you put the time and energy into yourself, the better you get at being functional. He doesn't have internet. He won't be seeing this for another week or two or whenever he can pay rent. Or maybe he's watching this in McDonald's. Who knows? Anyway, that's what we get at the food bank in Calgary, and that's why I am able to survive. Thank you, Calgary, and all the people who donate to the Calgary Food Bank. You guys are so awesome, and I am very grateful this week to bring home like way more than normal for a one-person haul in the last few weeks. It wasn't a lot, but this week, I could live off of that for a month. Everything else on top of that is extra. I'm super stoked. Have a good night, everybody. I'm gonna go.